So tell me about, in terms of what the tipping point was for you that you were like, wait, we need treatment. What was that tipping point?
So I had been talking with her teachers, and they, were really trying, but they were kind of at a loss in what to do. They tried partnering her with some buddies that they thought would kind of mesh with her personality. And they described to me an incident where it seemed like she really wanted to talk to one of her peers, but instead of the words coming out, her mouth was just opening and closing. And they described this to me as it seems like she wants to talk, it's just that the words aren't coming out. And I thought, okay, like this is something I think we have to seek help for. And that I would describe that event as the tipping point of like, we need to find somebody who specializes in what at the time I believed was SM and was later confirmed. And that's when I found you guys. And we are so lucky because we're local to the Philadelphia area. And it's a half-hour drive for us to go to the Smart Center. So it was really just serendipity. It worked out.
Oh, that's great. And for families that are far, of course, we do telehealth and parent
Yeah.
coaching and training, but you were right there. So it was like, hey, here you come.
Hmm.
It's interesting about that tipping point because there's always a point. I remember with my daughter, Sophie, she was a little bit older. She was going into kindergarten. And I'll never forget putting her into a tiny little day camp. But I just want to share because people know me as Dr. E, but, and this is what my life's work's been about. But, you know, my impetus to this, Mindy, as you know, was my own child and
Hmm.
her inability to function socially, emotionally, communicatively, academically. She wasn't functioning, right? Preschool, she was shut down, diagnosed with all these other disorders that she didn't have and misunderstood. So that was the fuel. But my tipping point was when I put her in a tiny little camp, and it was an arts camp. And I remember going to see her. And like you, the teachers really didn't say much to me. They just assumed she didn't talk or she was really shy. And so when I went to
Hmm.
see her there, she pulled me into a room and made sure the doors were shut. And then she starts whispering to me. And I
Mm-hmm.
was like, whoa, like that kind of knowledge and that like, whoa, my daughter has to pull me into another room, and she looked terrified. And when we
Right.
walked out, she was just a stiff board. I'm like, wait, this is way more than just being shy.
Yeah.
And I think the key is, as a parent, when you witness something that's really dysfunctional and causing your child pain, that's a huge tipping point where it's
Yes.
like, why wait? It's not like the things you're learning, the things teachers will be doing, the things your children will be, exposed to are anything but positive social communication experiences. So I think I appreciate you sharing that. And I think a lot of families listening are like, should I get help? Shouldn't I? I'm like, why not?
Mm.
Get help because
Yeah. Yeah.
it's going to make a difference in your life.